The other thing I was going to talk about, the other thing I want to talk about was I didn't know. I was a little disappointed I didn't see your name on the list. I was a little bummed I didn't see my name on the list. But there is apparently a NGO, which is just like I don't know, would it be fair to call it a lobbying, like an activist group or something like that? Non-governmental organization.
They're certified by the WEF.
Okay, yeah, they're certified by the WEF. There's a list on that they put out that included Brett Cooper, Candace Owens, Tim Pool, Max Blumenthal, Matt Taibbi, Elon Musk. I mean, essentially a bunch of American citizens who were deemed as trying to impede the unending free flow of taxpayer dollars to Ukraine.
Damn, I didn't make the list?
I know, that's what I'm saying. I have countless videos where I'm very clear about that. Yeah.
It must be my username is just too long,
Well, I tried. So this is the list, but I don't know where they sent me a link to it, but I'm like, oh, what do I do with this? So if I translate it to English,
everyone, we have to try harder here.
Yeah, we have to do better. They sent me this thing.
To be clear, I have no problem with Ukraine or Ukrainians or anything like that, but my God.
Oh God,
I was on that other hit list there that the Data Society put out years ago. I guess I'm losing my touch.
Yeah, you got to step up your rhetoric. That's the problem. I think oh, hold on a sec here. Okay. In the grand scheme of things, our government will do nothing because they support this. It's pretty safe to... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Oh, I mean, they essentially, if you have a problem with the government stealing your money and using it to fund what everybody knows is a proxy war with Russia, you ended up on this list of bad people who are also referred to as Trumpsters and communists.
So we're the foremost Stalinists of this age now?
I guess. This is an enemies list of Trumpists and communists.
I am now officially exonerated of being far right.
This is a
great day for me.
That's a nice spin. Yeah, now they can't call you alt-right.
No, now we're far left.
Yeah, I'm a communist.
Hail now.
Yeah, that's... I don't... and I feel like maybe our government should be taking this a little more seriously. Like...
Oh, God, like they're going to do that.
I know. But, hey, maybe we shouldn't be allowing foreign governments to publish... I mean, I would say, like, at minimum, the purpose is intimidation.
Well, I mean, you have to let them publish this list. I mean, you can't stop them from doing that.
Yeah, that's true. You could stop giving them all of our money.
Exactly.
I think that would
10 million less for you because you intimidated our citizens. That'd probably be too much to ask for the Biden administration.
I mean, of course,
I'm just sad I didn't make the list.
I think that there's still time, Styx. There's still time for you to up your rhetoric against the Ukrainian resistance. There's still time.
Zelensky is a homosexual, and I condemn him and his entire administration.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think that's a fair statement to make. I think I don't.
The legacy media used to call him an authoritarian.
Like 4 years before the war. Not even. Yeah. It wasn't like 20 years ago.
We were babies back when they were castigating him.
Yeah, and
Ukraine in general.
It was funny when you could see all the infographics of like CNN, Ukraine, one of the most corrupt political atmospheres on the planet. Then like 3 years later,
Korea.
Slava Ukraine, we must save Ukraine.
Have you seen those derpy candles that they do now?
No, I don't think so.
With Zelensky literally being like a saint.
Oh my God.
They actually exist. Those are real. That's not a joke.
It's so weird to me that
Zelensky.
Yeah, Slava Zelensky. who, by the way,
destroyer of free speech.
is it weird? Do you think people in like the 70s and 80s, when like, you know, we were installing puppet governments across the world more covertly, do you think anyone, but like, I mean, like, right, but I mean, like, isn't that clearly what's happening here with Zelensky? Like, you will allow you to be in power, you fight the Ruskies like we want you to, and $6 billion can disappear. We don't really care. Or whatever the case is, like,
in this case, I think it's more embezzlement because there's no resources there that the United States would be interested in. I mean, there's some offshore gas, but we've got plenty of that. There's sunflowers. I mean, I like, you know, sunflower oil too.
I think the resources also could be viewed as depleting Russian resources, though.
Yeah,
like the
United grain, I guess.
But I mean, if you're the United States and you want to fight a proxy war, you need somebody to be the proxy. And so if you only have, I mean, you only have really Ukraine that could border with them. I think they provide that value. I think that, you know, isn't it funny that they suspended their elections and nobody thought that was weird?
Well, they also took over the state church.
Yeah,
I remember when that happened in Russia, it was considered very authoritarian. Oh my God, the Russians are suspending the Orthodox Church's, capability to make its own decisions. But then Ukraine does it, and it wasn't a blip on the radar.
Nobody saw any. Nobody said anything.
It's literally the same. You don't have to be Team Ukraine or Team Russia. You don't have to take a side. You have to understand that the two things are equivalent. And people just they can't understand it because of the propaganda.
Every time I share that opinion on my YouTube channel, I lose subscribers because I suspect I had some Ukrainian viewers or
clearly you want to suck Putin's dick, you know.
Yeah, right. My position, as I always communicated, is simply that I don't want to give any money to Israel. I don't want to give any money to Palestine. I don't want to give any money to Ukraine. I want to pay less taxes, and I want
to give money to my relatives.
Right. I'd like to leave some money for my family. You know, like I'd like to pay my bills. I have no interest in giving my corrupt government money to send to another corrupt government. It has nothing to do with Ukrainian citizens. I view Ukrainian citizens the same I do Russian citizens, the same I do Israeli citizens, and the same I do as Palestinian citizens.
I feel sorry for every single one of these people who is suffering, who is a civilian, but
yes,
you know, charity starts at home.
That's right. That's all I'm
saying. This is conceived of as pro-Russian or something like that. No, it's not pro-Russian.
Anti-Semitic.
It's pro leave me the fuck alone.
When did it become
weird?
Pro
I've got a family.
Yeah. When did it become weird to point out something like, okay, we're sending billions of American tax dollars to Israel to bomb Palestine, and then billions of dollars in humanitarian aid to Palestine. We're literally stealing from our American citizens, the American citizens, and giving it to both sides of a war.
Okay, you bomb them, and then we'll pay them money. Well, goddamn, I could use a crate of those MREs.
Right. I'll tell. What are you sending over there?
You realize how many YouTube videos I can make?
Yeah, you can have a whole. Yeah, you'd have a whole second channel, Styx's MREs, and it would just like. I don't
understand any aspect of our current foreign policy, and it's just like the battle days. Under Trump for like 4 years, we get a reprieve from this, more or less.
Yeah,
it wasn't perfect, but it was better. This is just like the Bush era. Where are the liberals to come out and protest and complain about the fact that we're basically doing the same fucking thing with the same grievances? I don't understand it.
I don't know where they are.
We need to get Johnny Rotten out on stage.
He turned into conservative sticks. That's where they are.
We need to get Johnny Rotten to come and castigate them.
So it's literally anybody. Like, give me somebody who's not. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. It's like, do you remember how much the wall was? Was it 10 billion? I feel like it was maybe.
Oh, how terrible!
When they said,
and it took them 3 years, and it took them 3 years to allocate them.
Yeah, but it was like when Trump said 10 billion, they were like, "Oh my God, we couldn't possibly afford that." And then we've sent 150 billion to the Ukraine war.
Oh, I think
Another
it's more than that
100
now.
yeah, more than that, and 100 billion to the Israeli war. Another 50 billion to
I, th-
Palestinians.
I
Like
think it's close. I think it's close to 3 billion for Israel now. Like they
300
sort of,
billion or 3 billion.
yeah, they sort of they lapped the Ukrainians, showing our priorities once
Wow.
again.
Yeah,
Our wonderful foreign policy.
careful, Sticks. Like careful. You're
I'm being
gonna,
edgy.
yeah, you're gonna end up. We don't want to do too much noticing.
I'm trying to get on the Ukrainian list, not the Israeli list.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're probably already on the Israeli one. The Yeah, I don't understand it. And then you have Ukraine publishing these whatevers, saying, "Oh, these people are bad because
Yeah.
they've spoken out against us." Even do I really care about some NGO doing this? No, I don't think so. But it sure would be nice if we weren't.
They still should have the right to express themselves. I believe in spreading the First Amendment around the world, along with the Second Amendment, preferably.
Yeah, I'm not saying you shouldn't have a right to. I just think optically it's not great because we're the ones paying for it all.
Mm.
So like,
We gave you $50 billion.
yeah, like
What's your problem?
Yeah, do you think Tim Pool making a video about it stopped the flow of money? Half
Oh,
the
he's
Republicans are
probably
in favor.
chuckling.
Yeah. Yeah, half the Republicans are also funding this.
Oh, you mean John Cornyn and Mitt Romney?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
so surprised.